What's the deals? What is the deals? What is the deals, my beautiful people? Welcome to Emilio Duran's place, where I share and create and talk about various things. We're gonna get right into it, man. I'm glad that I'm a logical person. If I had to give myself a percentage, I say I'm about 90% logical, 10% emotional. The emotional part of me is for probably like babies, kids, animals, senior citizens, and people in my circle that I really love and appreciate. That's really about it. And when I say kids, maybe 8 years old or younger, 10 years old or younger. Babies, animals, senior citizens, 70, 80, 90. Yeah, and just my inner circle. Inner circle is not necessarily family. It's people that I care about, do business with. We have the same goal and vision to be excellent. All right. So this story right here is disturbing. This is a USA Today. Shout out to USA Today. So it says, conjugal visits should be suspended after 2 women killed, California prosecutor says. I hope I pronounced that word correctly. Conjugal? Is that how you pronounce it? Leave a comment and let me know if I killed that word or if I did it right. Pronounced it right. All right. So 2 women, after visiting their significant others in California prison, were killed last year. So that's such a shame, right? You have 2 women visiting their significant other, and their significant other killed them. And they say love and blood is thicker than water, right? Nah, buddy. Nah, buddy. This is very disturbing, all right? So, the deaths of 2 women during their visits in California last year should prompt a suspension on the visits altogether while authorities conduct a top-to-bottom review. All right, the county's top prosecutor said Thursday that's the responsible thing to do. I agree. We got 2 people who perished. You need to cancel those visits, suspend those visits, and investigate what's going on. All right? That's what we need to do. So, the responsible thing to do when you have 2 tragedies that have occurred in the same institution, in the same program within a very short time span, is to take a look at whether or not the protocol, policies, and procedures are adequate. All right. This is from the district attorney, Todd Riebe, told USA Today during an interview. The 2 women, 47-year-old Tanya Thomas and 62-year-old Stephanie Brinson. Condolences. Rest in peace to those beautiful ladies who also went by Stephanie Dowes, were both allegedly strangled during what the state prison system calls family visits. So think about this, y'all. These 2 beautiful women went to go visit a family member. That's what they titled it. And the family member strangled them. Can't tell me, man, blood is thicker than water. That's bullshit to me. There's strangers out here that have better character, integrity, discipline, strive for excellence than some of my family members, and I would rock with them more. I definitely will, man. All right. This is terrible. All right. So Thomas' domestic partner, Anthony Curry, 48, was charged with murder and accused of strangling her in July 2024. All right. So that was Miss Thomas, the 47-year-old. Her partner, Anthony Curry, was charged with murder and accused of strangling her in July 2024. He was already serving a life sentence for attempted second-degree murder. So she went to go visit this man even though he put his hands on her. See, this is a good woman here, man. All right. If I was the woman, I'm not seeing you no more. Once you cross the line and put your hands on me, I'm not seeing you ever again in my life. And I hope bad things happen to you. Because when you put your hands on me, that means you was attempting to do bad things to me. All right. But these women here, right, they love hard. And that could lead to your demise, because when you love hard and you're a hopeless romantic, you do shit like this and still go visit your partner, even though he put his hands on you and whipped your ass. You still go to visit him. So bless these women's heart for being such a big heart, caring women. This is a beautiful thing, something I can never do, because once you put your hands on me, I want nothing but bad things to happen to you. I will never visit you in prison. Man, female, son, I don't give a fuck. Daughter, I don't care. You put your hands on me to do ill intent to me, life in prison you go, and I will never visit you. I'll see you in the next life. All right? So he was already serving a life sentence for attempted second-degree murder. Now, Dow's husband, all right, Dow, the 62-year-old woman, Stephanie, all right, her husband's 54. His name is David Brinson, and he hasn't yet been charged, but is a suspect in the death in November. All right, he was already serving a life sentence for murder. See, these are dudes that can't put they gotta put their hands on people. All right, the prosecutors called for action. Jones, those family members. All right, so the prosecutor calls for action. All right, joins the family members. All right, got it. Something needs to be done. You think? All right, listen, y'all. Listen, I'm going to wrap this up. All I'm going to say is this is a very disturbing story. You have two beautiful women that are hopeless romantics. They love hard, bless their heart. And because they love hard, they lost their life. The person that they entrusted, the person that they slept with, created families with, apparently, allegedly killed them. This is very disturbing. And those demons, those gentlemen, they're demons. They need to be in prison forever. They don't need people to see them anymore. Be honest with you, if you in prison for murder, no one needs to come see you. You a murderer. You don't know how to keep your hands to yourself. You don't know how to not be violent with other people. You don't need to interact with people because you're a violent individual. You need to be in a little hole for the rest of your life with no interaction. They just need to slide the food under the tray. You piss in the corner and you sleep on your little bed with a comforter, and good night. I'm just being honest. If I was a leader of a free world, of the nation, that's how I would treat y'all, man. Because y'all don't give a fuck about nobody but yourselves. So I got to show you what that feels like. I got to show you. And the way I show you is to have you confined to a little box and you don't interact with nobody. You're going to be talking to yourself. You're going to go crazy. And if you go crazy, I really don't care. Suffer. Because the person you killed, they suffered. And the person that you killed has family. And now they're suffering. So this is many people suffering because of you. You need to suffer forever. Oh yeah, I'm unforgivable, man. Let me tell you something. When it comes to babies, kids, animals, you're going to get it. And I need to add in innocent bystanders, because there's some great people out here who serve their community, mind their business, work hard, pay their taxes, try to be the best individual they can and live the longest life they can. And then we have demons running the street causing havoc. And it's a shame, because life is precious and short. But anyway, I could go on forever. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment about this story. I found a news clip, so I'm going to play the news clip. I don't think it's talking about both ladies, just one. So you can listen to what they got to say. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Be safe. Happy Friday. I'm done talking, and that's all I got to say.
Has uncovered. Lize.
Curtis, we've been following this story for several months, waiting to hear from the coroner, all after learning 62-year-old Stephanie Dowles from the Los Angeles area died at Mule Creek State Prison in Ione on November 13th at about 2 in the morning. Her family tells us she was visiting her husband, 54-year-old David Brinson. He's been in prison since 1994, and court records show a jury convicted Brinson of 4 counts of murder, and he was sentenced to 4 consecutive life terms without the possibility of parole. But he was allowed family visits. The CDCR website tells us those happen in private apartment-like facilities on prison grounds and can last about 30 to 40 hours. So it was during one of those visits that Dowles died. We know she was a hairstylist and a small business owner, and she was very close with her community in Southern California. So now, while the coroner has ruled Dowles' death a homicide, the prison says its investigation is still ongoing, and the district attorney's office tells us it has not filed charges against anyone because it's still waiting on that criminal investigation to be completed. Back to you.
Lize, have you had a chance to speak with the family?
Yeah, we have. They're obviously very upset about this, and they have questions about whether these private family visits should have been allowed.
People looking at that now. All right, Lize, thank you very much.